Let's try association mapping in Hibernate, and for that we are creating this new project. It's an association mapping demo, and for libraries I'll add several jar files. Okay, all the jar files from this, plus I need OJDBC6.jar JDBC driver file. This file is required. Let me click finish. Okay, here it is. Then we need Hibernate configuration file. For that I'll use this option, XML file option. Name of file is hibernate.cfg.xml. inside this project, association mapping demo. Finish. We need a doc type declaration here, so let me just copy it from hibernate3.jar org hibernate, and yeah, in this package there is DTD file included. Configuration 3.0.dtd, and this is the doc type which we need to copy. Okay, yeah, done. So this is our Hibernate configuration file which we are about to start. Yeah, and I hope you know all the properties of this file now. Root element is Hibernate configuration. Inside that you have to define another element called session factory, and session factory you have to define couple of properties, and you know all the properties now very well. Connection dot driver underscore class should be oracle dot jdbc dot oracle driver, and what next? Connection dot username, which should be HR. Then another property, connection dot password, which is again HR. Connection dot URL, which should be JDBC Oracle theme @192.168.56.101:1521. Wait a second, I guess my numlock is off. 1521/xe. Then an additional property here, show underscore SQL, and I'll mark it as true. Then yeah, pull underscore size. Let's just create pull of size 4. I just want 4 connections at a time in connection pool. Otherwise by default it takes 20 connection, which is unnecessary, right? Okay, so this Hibernate configuration file is ready for me now. Let me first create 2 model classes. I'll put all my model classes into a separate folder, com.mahindra.models, and here I'll name these classes as, one is country, which implements serializable, okay, and the other class which I am going to create now in same package is region. One is country and the other one is region. And now, before we actually start adding any properties or fields into these 2 classes, let's go back to database and check their structures. Describe regions. Regions have only 2 columns, region ID and region name. Region ID is number and primary key. Region name is string of size 25. So how can we define this in region.java? We can declare it like this: private integer, region ID, yes,
सर उसमें हम डायलेक्ट नहीं लिखा हम लोग ने.
लिखेंगे रुको. प्राइवेट स्ट्रिंग region name. Now to make it a proper Java class, proper Java Bean implementation, we will make sure that class name is first letter capital. Optionally it should have implement statement that implements java.io.serializable. All variable names, property names following camel case notation. Getter setter for everything. Okay, and then the constructor. Let's use annotations here. @column name is equal to region underscore id. Yes. Wait a second, our import statement is missing. Import javax dot persistence dot start. Okay. Now what for this one? Column name region underscore name.
So length.
Yes, and length is equal to 25. And one more thing, we missed one property here. What was it? If you don't know these class names or what we should write as a dialect name, you can check all dialect names available from hibernate3.jar or hibernate-core.jar. Just go to hibernate3.jar and search for a package called hibernate.dialect. It must be there. Yes, is it there? And inside this package you will find several dialect classes available, like H2 dialect, Firebird dialect, Informix dialect, Ingress 10, then MySQL 5 dialect, Oracle dialect. Oracle there are generic like Oracle dialect, and there is specific like Oracle 10G dialect. Okay, if you don't know which version of Oracle you are using, then use this. But if you know which version of Oracle you are using, use specific one. Okay, and there are many dialects available. You can see there is even dialect available for MS SQL 2005 2008, right? This is another strength of Hibernate framework. Anyway, let's just get back to our region.java class. Okay, yes, one more thing I want you to discover it on your own. These annotations, mapping annotations, when they are placed on variable declaration, we call them filled level access. What we call them? Filled level annotations or filled level access. But sometimes some people, instead of using mapping annotation on variable declaration, they put those annotations on getter methods. Means instead of writing @column region name length 25 on this variable declaration, you might write same thing on top of get region name method, getter method. And when we put annotation on getter setter methods, we call them property mappings. What we call them? Property mappings. Okay? And I want you to find out difference between filled mapping and property mapping in Hibernate. One very important annotation was missing. @entity and @table. Inside @table, name of table is regions. Okay. Yes, everything else is properly done now. So this is my region.java class. let's come back to this one.
That's field mapping and property mapping.
Country ID, country name, and last region. For all these variables, let's provide getter setters. Yes, and now it's time to add annotations. @ID, @column name is equal to country underscore ID, @column name is equal to country underscore name. But now there is a big problem with region field. Now there is big problem with region field. Okay, for first two fields mapping was kind of easy. Class, inside class field name is country ID, but inside table column name is country underscore ID, and that's why we use column annotation, right? But now the bigger challenge is in database it is region ID, but in class it's whole region object. Now you need to first find out what kind of association it is. From country you are accessing region, but from region you are not accessing country. That means it's a unidirectional. What is it? Unidirectional, right? Now just tell me one thing, is it one country with many region or one region with many country? What is relation between country and region? No, it's one region and many countries. Here region is something like continent for this example. So it is many countries belongs to same region. So in that case many is country and one is region, and for that there is a very good annotation available, many to one.
तो अभी आपने बोला कि दोनों सब one to many भी हो सकता है.
One to many भी हो सकता है, चलता है, लेकिन उसमें बहुत सारे complications है. I'll explain you later. Now many to one है, बराबर? In case if it is many to one association, that's okay, that will establish relation, but there is still unanswered question. There is no region column in country table, it's region ID. So we need to provide one more thing. It's something called join column. Name is, wait a second, region underscore ID. What it will do? What it will do? It will inform that column name is region underscore ID. What is column name? Region underscore ID, and you have to establish relation with region table for that. Okay, with this basic setup our program is now ready. Our program is now ready. Clear everyone? Yes? Yes or no? Good. Now, it's time to create our application now. New class app main with public static void main. This time we don't need this models package, we instead use app package. Don't you think we always have to create session factory writing same lines of code, right? Can't we introduce some kind of reusability in our program by creating a single reusable session factory creator class that can be just copy pasted into multiple projects? Yes, can be done. Let's see.
जार भी बना सकते हैं.
हाँ, प्रोग्राम बना के जार बनाओ और उस जार को तुम्हारे प्रोग्राम में एड एक्सटर्नल जार करके अटैच कर दो, राइट क्लिक एक्सपोर्ट एज जार, इक्लिप्स में होता है ना. It's Hibernate util. See, let's create a private static session factory is equal to build I'm creating a reusable class which we can use in almost all our projects, all our Hibernate projects. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to create a class in such a way that no matter how many times you call this class, there will be just one instance of session factory it will produce, and for that I have written this all weird code. New configuration dot configure dot build session factory. Configure, inside this I have not specified any file name. That means we are using default file name hibernate.cfg.xml. If it is anything else, you need to explicitly mention it here. So this is my hibernate util.java, which we can actually use in multiple projects. Yes or no? Let's see. Now my task is a lot easier. I can now get session factory by simply writing session factory is equal to hibernate util dot get factory, and I'll get session factory object. Lot easier, no? Don't you think it's lot easier now? हाँ?
तीन लाइन बच गए ना, इधर 3 लाइन लिखने पड़ गए.
हाँ, एक ही लाइन में हो गया काम, and it's reusable. Now, next thing is session equal to factory dot open session. At the end of program, never forget to close the session. Don't depend on JVM to close all the sessions at the end of your program. Okay, because JVM will close sessions when program will terminate. As long as program is running, all your sessions will be kept open. Otherwise, anyway, and this is part of main method, and main method will terminate when your program terminates. Okay, now we need to retrieve it, right? Let's see. We will retrieve a single country C1 is equal to session dot load, and let's write here country dot class, and for primary key let's pass value in. Primary key के लिए value क्या pass किया? in is code for India, so it should retrieve India. What it should retrieve? India. Country details. Now let's print details of this country. C1 dot get country name, and C1 dot get region dot get region name. Yes, C1 dot get region will give you region this country belongs to. On that, calling dot get region name will give you the name of that particular region. Nested object it is kind of. Actually there is nothing called nested object, it's an association. This country contains a reference to region, so get region will get you that reference, right? And from that reference you are again calling another method dot get region name. So this will give you name of country and which region this country belongs to, both this information. Wait a second, there's some problem here. Unknown entity. Oh my god, I made a big mistake. In my Hibernate cfg.xml, I have not yet added any mapping. I have to write it like this: mapping class com dot Mahendra dot country and another mapping class. There is a shortcut even for this. You can just provide entire package like com.mahendra.models. Okay, and Hibernate will take all classes from that package and introduced it as an entity. Instead of adding class mapping, you can provide package mapping as well. That you will search how to do. Wait a second. Country, see, expected integer but got string. Why is that? For country. Yes, country ID is not integer, it was string. डेटाबेस में country ID क्या है? String है ना? हाँ, तो ये मेथड भी वापस से जनरेट कर लेता हूँ. See how useful exceptions are, or how useful errors are. Very descriptive, kind of. See this? Now, yes. You know what is it? It's an SQL join query. What kind of query it is? A join query. SQL join query it is. Here it is association, but in database there is a relation, entity relation, right? So Hibernate made a decision. Okay, in order to retrieve value from both the table, what it has to do? It has to join them. So it has performed join, inner join between two tables, fetch the records, put those records into one country object and another region object, and region object reference is added to country object.
काउंटर कितने बार मारेगा?
हाँ, एक ही बार
मारेगा?
Yes.
और कंट्री में से ही रीजन फेच करके दोनों एक साथ ही लेके आएगा ऐसे?
हाँ, दोनों डेटा लेके आएगा एक साथ, बराबर. कंट्री का डेटा कंट्री के ऑब्जेक्ट पे रहेगा, रीजन का डेटा रीजन के ऑब्जेक्ट पे रहेगा, बट इनसाइड कंट्री देयर इज अ रेफरेंस वेरिएबल दैट एक्सेस दैट रीजन. समझा? हाँ, क्लियर ना?
इसलिए वो रीजन भी लेके आएगा.
हाँ, रीजन भी लेके आएगा, कंट्री भी लेके आएगा. अब ठीक है? Yes or no? Good.